So success principle number 5 is all about believing in yourself. I'm Coach Bobby Brown with Sober Life Right. What I do is I help individuals live their most amazing life free from drugs and alcohol. I've been doing that working as a recovery coach for the last 3.5 years, both privately and for a nonprofit. I also help people with mindsets, with success coaching. I've got a pretty broad range of skill sets to help people. I've been doing this, going through Jack Canfield's book, The Success Principles, doing it almost a chapter a day. Some chapters are pretty, have a lot of stuff packed in, so I'll do a couple of chapters in over 2 days. But today we are talking about success principle number 5, which is all about self-confidence, self-trust, probably tie in some self-respect and some self-esteem as well. These are some very, very powerful skills to have. And I say skills because I believe that they're things that can be developed by taking specific actions. I was thinking a little bit about how this lesson, like some of the lessons that we get, they're not really difficult. These are things that you may have learned as a kid. But it's also stuff you may have learned the opposite, because I've certainly seen some people that fall into that scenario. One of my favorite children's books, and I not that long ago was talking to somebody and sharing about it, actually read this book again, crazy enough, is The Little Engine That Could. And if you're not familiar with the book, it's all about this circus train that breaks down, and it's got all these animals and all these goodies for the kids, and it's trying to get up over this hill, but the engine broke down. And you have all these different little trains come by that are different, it's kind of the Goldilocks thing, too hot, too cold, you got the big strong engine, you got all that, you got the old engine that's too old, and they keep saying, well, I can, and all these reasons why they can't help this circus out. And finally comes this little engine that's life stacked up against her, and she can't, she's got all these reasons why she shouldn't be able to, but she's got this attitude that I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. And she hooks up to the train, and of course she makes it up over the hill, and all the boys and girls are just happy because they've got the toys and the goodies for them. And I remember my mom reading this book to me, and I remember the chug, 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 and all the noises and everything. And later on, I read this book to my kids. I'll have to ask them if they remembered or not. But I didn't know, this was even at a young age. And they say that most of our beliefs the evidence says that most of our beliefs are developed between the ages of 5 and 9. So that age where if you have kids, you should be reading books to them. If you're not, I had no idea this was an attitude that I developed, and that has luckily carried on through most of my life. Combined with that, I was very, very blessed. I had a family that, we didn't have a lot from a money standpoint. There's plenty of things I didn't get from my parents because they just didn't have it to give. But one thing that they did give me was they always spoke positive affirmations to me that I could do anything, I remember being a kid and being asked what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I was all over the place. I wanted to be a psychiatrist, an architect. I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be the president of the United States, and all these things, but I never had someone tell me, well, no, you can't do that. You're not good enough. You're not smart enough. You're not handsome enough. You're not talented enough. Those words were never spoken to me. It was always spoken to me yeah, you're capable of doing whatever you want. And I didn't realize how powerful that was and how powerful that can be as a coach. I've been around friends in recovery. I've been around people in addiction. I've been around people that had the opposite of that growing up, where they were told that they weren't good enough, that they wouldn't amount to anything, that they couldn't do things, and the lack of resilience that developed in people, where they couldn't, whenever they ran into a problem, their mind would instantly say, okay, oh, well, of course I can't do that. Jack's got some pretty good stories in the book, and I highly recommend this book. And please help me out. I'm going to put a link to my Amazon. I'm an Amazon affiliate. I think I'm supposed to say that. And I'm going to put a link down in the comments. So if you're interested in the book, please support Jack. Please support me by using my link. But he's got some great stories about how powerful it is, what we believe. There's a story about a gentleman that's ended up later being the President of MENSA, which, if you don't know what MENSA is, that's basically an association for people with high IQs. That's the only requirement. You have to have an IQ over 140. So this guy's in school, he's like 14, 15 years old, and he's not getting good grades. He's got teachers telling him, well, you're just not smart. You're not going to amount to anything. You're not going to be able to do anything. And so these words, he's kind of following that direction, and he ends up in the military. And while he's in the military, they do this IQ test for one of these things and find out he's got an IQ of 161, which they estimate Einstein's IQ is 160, just to give you kind of a frame of reference. And so now that he hears that, he chooses to believe that, yes, he's intelligent. He goes on to do these amazing things. And like I said, eventually becomes the President of MENSA. I think that's pretty remarkable. Like, just is it because he was smart that he was able to do things, or is it because he believed he was smart he was able to do things? And I think it's the second. I think it's definitely much more powerful what we believe. At least that's what I've come to believe. I've heard another story about an experiment, a social experiment that was done, where they took these school-age kids and they took half of them and they told them how smart they were. And then they took the other half and they told them how they weren't very smart. And then they tracked these kids' success over a long period of time. And the kids that were told that they were smart believed that they were smart, and they went on to achieve success and do these things, where the kids that were told that they were not capable of their lives, not. So really cruel experiment, especially if you're one of the kids that was told that, oh, you're not good enough. So it's really kind of messed up. And I think there was definitely some ethical problems there. But the reality is, like, what we believe in ourselves is so powerful. And realizing that we have the chance to change that, you know. And it's not, if you don't know how, it may be difficult, but like, there is a way of changing how you think. Like, there is a skill set, and that's something that I love sharing with people. It's something that I learned. I learned through reading. I learned that I could challenge the things that I believe. You know, if you believe you're stupid and you're reacting to the world in that sort of way, you can challenge that, you know. And Einstein's got a great quote, talks about how if you tell a fish, if you judge a fish by the way he can climb a tree, he's going to spend his whole life thinking he's an idiot. What evidence are you looking at? What evidence are you looking at in your life that says, okay, I can't be successful, that I can't do things, that I can't have a great relationship, that I can't be good with money, that I am not a healthy person, I can't lose weight, I can't stop drinking, I can't live a life without drugs and alcohol. You know, I'm not going to be able to relax and unwind. I'm not going to be able to deal with the pain that life is bringing me. I'm not going to be able to deal with grief without drugs and alcohol. I'm not going to be able to meet people. I'm not going to be able to be in social settings. I'm not going to be able to talk to girls or guys if those are the beliefs that you're feeding yourself, then your subconscious mind is going to just keep doing it. I can tie it into faith-based stuff too. You know, I'm a Christian, so I'll talk that. You know, what you seek is what you're going to find. You know, if you are looking for the evidence on why you can't do something, that's exactly what you're going to find. And if you turn it around and you look at, okay, where's the evidence that I can do these things? And you get this unshakable belief, then things are going good. He kind of wraps up the chapter with like one of my favorite sayings. He says it a little cleaner than I do. what other people think about you is none of your business. And I like to add some, a little more expletive emphasis in there, because I think this is such an important thing, and it's something that I talk to people about when, it's something I come across a lot when I have been coaching, is that I see people all the time get caught up on what everybody else thinks, and I'm guilty of it. You know, we all want to be liked. I like validation. I like people to like me. I like people to enjoy being around me. But the truth of the matter is, like, that can't be what leads my direction. You know, it can't be the deciding factor in what my actions are going to be. Today, I try to focus very, very hard with my actions being, one, aligned with my values, which for me, my values also means aligned with what I think God's values are. And then also that they are aligned with my goals. You know, I spent time, I have a clearly defined purpose for why I'm here. I have a vision of where I want to be. I've got goals that are built around that life. And when I have a decision on what's to do throughout the day, that combined with my values, am I being honest? Am I being open-minded? Am I willing? Am I being patient? Am I being kind, compassionate? Am I serving others? All these other things that I value. That's how I make a decision. And unfortunately, like, the things that I decide, somebody's going to disagree with. It doesn't matter which way I go, somebody's going to disagree with it. So if I get real caught up with people pleasing and trying to make other people happy, then I'm not going to achieve the things that I feel guided and directed for me to do. And that's one of the things that I'm here for. So let me just real quick, before I wrap this up, tell you what, I'm here to coach. I'm here to help people live an amazing life, and I can't help everybody. I'm not an excuse maker. I'm not a very short period of time that you can cry on my shoulder. I'll allow you to feel your feelings, but I'm an action sort of person. And if you are somebody that wants to make changes in your life, and you're not trying to BS around about it, and you want to do things quickly, and you're ready to put in the work, and you want somebody that is on that same mindset that can help you achieve those things, help you figure out exactly what it is that you want, get a good, firm, solid plan in place, have accountability with regular check-ins and continually looking and analyzing your plan until you get the things that you accomplish so that you can live an amazing life, then I'm your freaking guy. I've thought about this whole thing, you know, it's just DM me and let's talk. And you know, when you're ready to take action, then let's see what we can do. So I hope you like the channel. Like, subscribe, do all those good things you're supposed to. You know where all the links are. But thanks a lot for your time today.